Looming large across the Seekonk River sits an abandoned piece of Rhode Island history. Spanning from Providence to East Providence and tucked away behind Gano Street Park, the Crook Point Bridge stands, drawbridge permanently stuck up. It's become a hotspot for graffiti artists, urban explorers, and curious history buffs. Visitors enter through a break in the fence and walk across railroad ties made of wood and steel. The entire bridge is covered in graffiti and shows visible signs of decay. The bridge was erected in 1908 along the New Haven, New York and Hartford rail line. The bridge was part of a much larger construction project, building a direct rail connection to Providence's Central Union Station. A 5,080-foot tunnel was constructed under the College Hill neighborhood of Providence. The East Side Tunnel and the Crook Point Bridge functioned as important parts of the then bustling Providence rail system. The entire project cost a total of $2 million in 1908. The eastern opening of the tunnel is located near Gano Street Park, separated from the bridge by trees growing through the abandoned railroad ties. The tunnel has been closed off, but curious explorers still manage to find a way in. From 1908 to 1934, two passenger lines used the tunnel, one to Bristol and one to Fall River. These lines diverged almost immediately after crossing the river into East Providence. The Fall River line was removed, and from 1934 to 1938, passenger trains only ran on the Bristol line. For the next several decades, only freight trains passed through the tunnel and over the bridge. As Providence developed and cars began replacing trains, the need to keep the bridge up and running was no more. The last train ran on the line in 1981, and the line was left completely abandoned. In 1847, Union Station opened to much fanfare. At the time, the longest building in the U.S., the station was considered an architectural wonder. Union Station functioned as Providence's main railroad hub and was an important stop for both freight and passenger trains. However, in 1896, the original Union Station burnt to the ground in a fire. 2 years later, a brand new Union Station was constructed on the same property. This station operated until 1987 when it too caught fire. The building has since been converted to retail and office space. Today there is much uncertainty about the future of the Crook Point Bridge and the East Side Tunnel. A 2003 proposal called for a $30 million revamp of the East Providence side of the bridge. The plan, which involved the development of the area around the bridge, was ultimately rejected. At present, the city has no plans to either demolish or remodel the bridge. It seems that at least for the foreseeable future, the Crook Point Bridge will remain completely abandoned.